WJP monitoring.
K7JL.
Okay, getting through to the snowbird repeater. I'll put that on a map. That's a pretty substantial difference. That is operating low power with the whip that came as the second antenna for this radio, which is the H6. Well, this place is as busy as I've ever seen it. I've reached Wall Lake. And the mountain off to the right is Notch Peak. And the mountain off to the left doesn't really have a name. Hopefully we'll do both. I'm gonna start off probably on the left one. Looks a little easier. When I got to the trailhead this morning, the parking was full. I found the last spot at 6:24 a.m. All right, so at the trail junction for Notch Peak and Clyde Lake, which who knows what the day is gonna look like, but so far it's looking like I'm not going to make it over to Watson Peak. Just these two mountains here, Notch and Clyde, or not Clyde, no name, there's no name to it. So I'm gonna try to make good time of it. I'd love to be able to do a double activation today. And the trouble is I've got to use APRS out here in order to get a spot, which shouldn't be too bad, but definitely going to affect how quickly I can set up and take down. So yeah, anyway, this is a beautiful, beautiful spot. The Uintas look big and lonely, but for the most part, a lot of people hike from the same trailhead, the Crystal Lake trailhead. It is the access point for most of the trail systems and backcountry camping areas that are there that are convenient, especially for weekend warriors. So this being a Saturday morning, you came across quite a few people. Once you bushwhack, you'll be surprised you'll still run into more people than you think. I decided that I was going to scope out the mountain from afar, so I'm glad I had my binoculars, and I was able to track a route that had other people had taken, but I don't think I could have done that without the use of optics. Anyway, looking at the map here, I traveled 4 miles to the summit at a pretty good pace, and the last bit was probably the longest because it was mostly hopping through scree and talus fields, so that's always slow going, just to make sure you don't break your legs on a loose boulder or something like that. What you're seeing here is my antenna setup. I thought this was amazing. I had been wanting to do this for a long time. And it just turns out that the expanse between these two cliff faces was about 20 meters. So my 20-meter dipole, I needed to hang it, and I had forgotten some equipment, so I had no other way to do this. And this is my one chance to get on the air. I strung the 20-meter antenna or dipole between these two cliff faces. And I tried to zoom in a little bit in some of the video, and you'll see it's really difficult. This is the N9 SAB Sierra Alpha Bravo ultralight 20-meter dipole. He sells these on eBay, and it is such a cool antenna. They're super light. They're super durable. I can hang it between two pieces of rope, and I don't need to have a center support. When I measured the SWR for this configuration, with the feed point only being 4 feet above that middle rock in between these cliff faces, it still was only 1.5 to 1 VSWR. And that was completely acceptable for operating on my FT817ND. So once I got this funny looking setup finished, I fired up the radio and found that the bands were pretty busy as usual, but I knew there was some competition going on. There always is, especially on the weekends. So I had to find a place where I could operate, and I was able to do that, and I was able to spot myself and made a few contacts, but didn't do too great. I made enough contacts to activate the summit, but there's just so much activity on the bands. Summit's on the air. This is Kilo India 7, Whiskey Juliet Papa listening. Summit to Summit Station, go again. Summit to Summit Station, go again. This is Kilo India 7, Whiskey Juliet Papa. Summit to Summit Station. Summit to Station. This is Kilo India 7, Whiskey Juliet Papa.
Whiskey Charlie 6 Juliet,
Whiskey Charlie 6 Juliet, Summit to Summit. This is Kilo India 7, Whiskey Juliet Papa. Do you copy QSL?
Yeah, copy you, about a 4425.
Okay, I copied the 4-4, copy the 4-4. You are about a 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 45. Please go again with your summit reference. I copied 0177. I copied 0177 QSL.
Negative. Whiskey 6. Stroke November Sierra 177. Whiskey 6.
It's very difficult to get contacts when the contesting is there's a lot of powerful stations. I can hear everything up here. I mean, look where I am. I mean, this is pretty incredible, right? So we're just at 11,200 feet, roughly.
Zulu Yankee, calling any station anywhere. Hello, CQ, CQ, and listening. Like CQ, CQ, for summits on the air. I'm on a peak just south of Battlefield Peak, looking for contact.
All right, that was Aaron. Just got off the air with him. Pretty cool. Just decided to throw up the Yagi and see what happened, and I got a guy on another side. Well, this came down that nonsense. Going up was a lot worse, obviously. So it's a landing, and then you just scurry out on the boulder field. The mayflies are out.